What is poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Sontwisted, and welcome to the Road to Ripped update, week 5. I didn't put up a week 4 update because we put the podcast out, and as some people pointed out, the week-to-week updates kind of don't really give you a broad example of what's really changing because the changes sometimes are not sufficient enough. So, skipped week 4. We're on to week 5. I'm seeing a lot less chatter, tweets, videos, updates from the other contestants, so I don't know how many people actually dropped out. I don't know if the podcast, got some people to say fuck it and drop out, or if what GOAT had to say about the podcast, or if people are still in it and they're still just doing the shit that I mentioned in the podcast. But it seems like it has died down a lot as far as updates and people still talking about it. I know GOAT is in, GOAT went to Paris for, I don't know if it was for a week or 2 weeks. He left last week, so he hasn't really been doing anything but being on vacation. I actually was in the process of changing up my workout routine, as I mentioned previously. What I plan to do is trying to change things up every month. So the first month I did the workouts and the diet one way. This month I'm doing it another way. And then next month I'm going to do it yet another way. So about a week and a half ago, I started doing this new high intensity training where basically you're doing less sets but higher intensity with longer rest period. So instead of doing the normal 3 sets or whatever of 8, 10, 12, you're only doing 1 set, but you're doing it very intensely. The way you're doing it intensely, you're maxing out the weight that you can not comfortably do, but the maximum weight that you can actually squeeze out 8 or 10 reps from, and then you're doing all of the reps extremely slowly on raising the weight and lowering the weight, so you're getting maximum muscle contraction on the positive and negative movement of the exercise to completely bring your muscle to muscle failure. And what you're doing is you're doing a total body workout instead of split routines. Split routine basically would be, one day you do your triceps, chest, and shoulders, and the next day you do your hamstrings, calves, and inner thighs, and then the day after that you're doing whatever body part. Those are split routines. So in this exercise you're doing full body workouts. You're doing arms, legs, chest, back, core, maximum effort, and then instead of taking 1 day rest or alternating days, you're taking 2 to 3 days of rest in between these workouts. For those of you who don't know, you're not actually building your muscles in the gym or when you're working out. You're just breaking your muscles down, and it's the rest period is when your body's actually rebuilding the muscle fiber and building it, more densely packed, so it gets stronger, it gets tighter, it gets bigger, it grows. So by doing the more intense workout, you're really motivating your muscles for maximum growth, and then by taking a long rest period, you're giving your body enough time to actually have that maximum growth and fully repair your muscles before you start working out again and breaking them down. So started that about a week and a half ago. I like it and I don't like it. I like how you feel from doing the workout. I like how you really are pushing your muscles to the limit. I like that. What I don't like about it is the 2 or 3 days off in between workouts, because I found when I was doing the workout the way I was doing it before, where I was working out 6 days a week, or even the 3 days on, 1 day off, that because I was working out so frequently and on such a daily basis, exercise and nutrition was part of almost every day, so it stayed fresh in my mind. And when the workouts, whether it's the cardio or the weightlifting, is fresh in my mind, it makes the diet fresh in my mind. With this 2-3 day rest period, because the physical workout is not in my mind, because now I'm not thinking about working out, I'm thinking about just resting and letting my body rest. The nutrition is kind of not in my mind too, kind of like out of sight, out of mind. And because it's not a focal point of my day, it actually causes me to miss eating on the 3-hour schedule, because I'm not thinking about it. Today's a day off, it's a rest day. Whereas before, I was constantly thinking about it because today's cardio day, or today's Thai boxing, or today's leg day, or today's arm day. And I find that because I'm doing the workout, it kind of forces me to stick to the diet more, because I'm not going to put my body through that grueling workout and then fuck it up by eating poorly. So in that regard, I don't like it. Also, I kind of feel like taking 2 or 3 days off, it feels like I'm bullshitting, you know, like you're just sitting around like, I could be doing a workout right now, you know, but you do have to let your body rest, especially if you're going to work it out that much. But in doing the numbers, you actually are working your muscles out more doing it this way than the other way, because if you're doing it, the split routine, you know, the way I was doing it, the way Goat kind of advised me to do it, how he's been doing it for a while, is to do about 3 body parts, 2 workouts for each body part, you know, by the end of the week, you've hit all your muscle groups, but you've only worked them out 1 time for the week. By doing it this way, because it's a full body workout, and you're working out about 2 to 3 times a week, you're hitting every muscle group 2 or 3 times a week, as opposed to only once with the split routine. Also, because you're doing full body workouts, a lot of these workouts are compound, so they work in more than 1 muscle group when you're doing it. So you're hitting the muscle group not only 3 times a week, but you're hitting it multiple times during the workout. Whereas the other way, you're only hitting it 2 times in a workout, and you're only hitting it once a week. So you end up actually working your muscles out a lot more by the end of the week, even though you're taking longer rest periods, because you're not breaking the workouts up into only a couple of muscles a day. You're doing all your muscles every day and taking a long rest period. So this is actually a book I picked up that actually breaks it all down to you. High intensity training. I have another book that I picked up from the same guy. Basically talks about high intensity training also, and explains to you, you know, what to do, why you're doing it, why it's effective, and it actually gives you workouts. It also gives you week by week, like it'll give you, like for a beginner, a 2-week program of what exercises you're doing and what order you're doing them. Goes to week 2, week 3. Then it also has a 6-month high intensity training program to change your body. All of that is in the book, with the workouts and how you do them properly and all of this stuff. So try to make this happen. I don't know if you can see that, up to 18 pounds of muscle in 2 weeks. I know in another video I said you could only gain realistically 1 to 2 pounds a month. So that claim is kind of what made me interested in this book, and what it's saying makes sense. Now, the book doesn't claim that everybody's going to do that. It actually tells about a bodybuilder who was following the ideas of high intensity training, and he put on that much muscle. So it's saying it's possible to do, it's been done, but it's not claiming that everybody who does this is going to put on that kind of muscle. So I know a couple people were skeptical when I told them that it makes that claim, but that's what it is. But the information in here seems very sound. They outline a lot of like famous bodybuilders in here. A couple people I really didn't know about because I don't follow bodybuilding. Arnold Schwarzenegger's in here, and they talk about how this workout was busting his ass, and a couple other people in here. So I'm gonna try this out. Also, the eating. This book actually kind of flips working out on its head compared to the conventional information that you have. Like we know a lot of people with the nutritionist, high protein, low carbs. This book actually advocates higher carbs, lower protein. And I'm assuming it's because if you're working out at this level of intensity, since your body actually uses sugar for energy, you want to have more carbs for your body to use so that you don't actually pass out from putting it under this kind of strain and not having enough fuel to actually get you through this level of intensity in the workout. So I can see why they would say that. But the ideas of the workout I'm really liking, again, because you're only doing, so basically what you're doing 8 to 12 exercises. You're only doing 1 set of each, and as I said, you're doing it maximum weight, and you're doing it extremely slow. So it actually cuts down how many exercises you're doing, because doing the other way where you're doing 3 body parts, 2 workouts each, that's 6 workouts, and then you're doing 3 reps, that's 3 sets. So that's 18 sets that you're doing overall. With this, you're doing 8 to 12 exercises with 1 set, so you're only doing 8 to 12 sets. So your workout is shorter, it's way more intense, you're working out a lot more of your muscles. You're working your whole body out, and you're working out less days a week. So it doesn't feel like all you're doing all week long is just working out, and because you can start to resent that too, where, oh God, it's another exercise, another workout day. So, it's kind of crazy putting that together where you can do basically less exercise and actually work your muscles more and get more benefit out of it. But reading it makes perfect sense when you look at it in that regard. So changed my workout routine to this. You just got to get used to it again. Like I said, getting used to the 2 and 3 days in between, considering I was doing for the past 5 weeks, working out 6 days a week, 5-6 days a week, to now only working out, as it advocates, 2 to 3 times a week. It kind of feels odd. It kind of makes me feel like I'm slacking off, even though the workouts, are busting your ass. But doing that, also I've changed over to the diet, eating more carbs and trying to cut down on the protein. I actually realized I was taking too much protein because I could feel it, like it just felt like it was sitting in my chest sometimes, and it was hard to digest. Between the protein powder and eating chicken and steak and eggs and all of this other stuff, it was too much protein, which actually is also bad for your liver, I believe, and it's hard to process and all of this shit. So changing the diet over, changing the exercise over. As far as progress, like I said, I haven't really noticed, nothing has changed. My weight fluctuated, went up and went down, and went up and went down. So still at 21 pounds lost. It looks like I lost another 1/4 inch off of my waist. Not anything big, but again, past week and a half I've been in a transitional period of the workout and the diet, and because of like I said, the diet hasn't really been to where I want it to be. So I need to get back. I want to make the diet more strict, so I need to do that. And I actually did cook today for today and tomorrow, and back on, making sure I'm eating every 3 hours and sticking to the portion sizes. Which again, the portion size and the type of food wasn't the problem. It was just the eating, every 3 hours to keep your body from going into fat storing mode because it's thinking it's starving, which becomes the issue. I mean, I guess unless you have your own personal chef to cook all your meals for you, it becomes an issue. Even I know Sim Hawk is having the same problems. Just cooking all the time is annoying. Eating the same food all the time is annoying. You get tired of eating this, and you get tired of eating that, and then having to go look for food, and when you don't have anything prepared and it's time to eat, shit, now I gotta go look for food, and you're not gonna find it immediately, so it throws your schedule off. And then even if you find it, the amount of money that you're spending, to the amount of money it would cost to eat just 3 meals is what I spent to make the food that I made that's gonna last for 2 days. So it becomes a hassle in that regard, but still working out, still getting it in, still taking this very seriously. In fact, me and Goat actually made another commitment, unofficial, but I guess it's official between me and him, that as soon as Road to Ripped ends October 15th, we are then going to start another fitness challenge called Get Ripped or Die Trying, and that challenge is actually going to be a 6-month challenge. And wherever you left off from Road to Ripped, now it's a time to really get ripped. Actually, I think you call it Shred or Die Trying. So now you have to get shredded after whatever weight loss you did, whatever progress you made, whatever routine you figured out that works for you on Road to Rip. Now we're gonna go for 6 months and really see what you can accomplish with your body. So he put that challenge out to me about a week ago. I said, "Hell's yeah, let's do it." Nobody else has commented on it. I don't know if they didn't see it or if they said, "Fuck that shit, these guys are crazy." But that's going on. Like I said, Road to Ripped is not just this little fatty thing like you do with a diet. It's a lifestyle change, and I just use this to propel the beginnings of the change. The change is going to continue happening, and then when I get to where I want to be, then it's about maintaining that lifestyle. So trying out different things. Like I said, I got 2 books from this author. These books are actually kind of old. This book came out in 2004. The other one is from the 80s, but they're both talking about high intensity training and, you know, basically changing the way you normally look at working out, to do less workouts, higher intensity, takes less time, full body workouts. I said before, I really am considering getting the kettlebell. Been doing a lot of listening to the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, and he does a lot of talking about the kettlebells and full body workouts with those too, and how amazing they are. And I heard about them before, but it's like I just keep hearing more and more about kettlebells. And then there was something else too, cat bells, I think they're called. They look like bowling pins, but they're weighted, and you do full body workouts with those too. I don't know if I'm not gonna try to mess with those, but I think I definitely am gonna get a 35-pound kettlebell and get some kettlebell videos and do full body kettlebell exercises. The only thing I'm missing right now from that is the cardio, because again, I don't want to over exert my body, because you know, you work out your upper body on Monday, Tuesday you're doing cardio. Instead of your body focusing on healing your muscles and regenerating itself from Monday's workout, it has to be focused on giving you the energy to do Tuesday's workout. So it's not really healing properly. And then on Wednesday, you're back to doing weightlifting again, and then the same thing's happening. It's not fully healed for Monday and Tuesday. And then instead of it focused on doing that work, it has to focus on all the extra work you're giving it on Wednesday, as opposed to you taking the time off. It can focus solely on repairing your muscle and recovering from the workout that you did. So because of that also, I've I don't want to say eliminated it, but kind of cut back on the cardio a lot. So all of this stuff, the boxing stuff, is not getting utilized as much as I want. I think what I'm gonna, I don't know, I think what I'm gonna try to do is actually do the cardio on the same day. But again, I might start it off slow and just do 10 minutes, because I don't want to overwork the muscles again and overtax my body. But I might do that just to be able to get the cardio in. Or I might just have like one day of the week be designated as a cardio day, since I'm taking those long days off. So I still have 4 days out of the week, you know, working out 2 or 3 days with the exercise, and make that one day a cardio day, and just really get it in on the heavy bag and just be in the reflex bag. But that's my update for week 5. And you know, hopefully some of you other guys actually put your updates up. You know, hopefully not too many people dropped out. I know Simhawk said he's not going to do the weekly updates anymore because work gets in the way, and he just actually started a second part-time job. So trying to keep up with, you know, he just recently got married last month, so newly married, just started a new part-time job like a week ago on top of his full-time job, and on top of that, he's also a full-time student. So trying to keep up with all of that shit at once, you know, doesn't really lend itself to too much time to be making weekly update videos. So, but he's still in it. Let's say, of course, Gold is still in there. He's been working out for years. He's not going anywhere. Just waiting for him to get back from vacation, you know, so we can really get the competition level back up in here. The rest of you guys, I don't know if y'all still in it. If y'all don't give a shit anymore, you know, hopefully you're still in it. You're still making videos, and we're still gonna get it in. It's your boy, Sontwisted, Road to Ripped.
My truth is the Ark of the Covenant buried in Ethiopia. Watch me, you fucking with a Minneapolis Somalian. When I go home, the world I used to know is gone, and now I live on my own. For what shall it profit a rapper with creative control to sign a deal with the devil and lose his soul? My stillborn first expression is cold, like the faces of slave masters on a paper fold. Subliminal racial supremacy choking me quick, like the bedtime stories of Joseph Smith. Lynch mob gunning for me, trying to murder my seeds. A shorty put him in the Nile in a basket of reeds, and now I stare into the future picture with a spiritual flashlight, wondering who the fuck was me in a past life. Bad diet, fuck raw, die young, fast life, same as a crash flight that took off when the music died on your last night. Tell them the truth and they call you a traitor. Talk to them honestly and they call you a hater. Losing my composure cause the message is urgent. Talking reckless, drunk on the mic like Larry Merchant, cursing at the serpent, Sumerian demons who brush their wings against the air that I'm breathing. A heathen with nothing left to believe in, even a reason for living that was forgiven by God and not religion. Envision Jesus risen from the dead like Horus in the Baptist church, shaking off the rigor mortis. The border should be illegal instead of the people that were here before the Bible and all of its sequels.